Good evening. In the recent past, India has banned 59 apps from China. This we have already discussed. But the point is that how come a government can ban apps from some other country or within the country? The main reason is that, citing the security reason, you can ban any app, you can take any particular action with respect to the Information Technology Act. Clear? So, under that, what is the section? Under which section action has been taken out? That we will try to understand now. But before going ahead, I would like to tell you something with respect to Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin, he attempted to amend the constitution. Earlier, he was the president for 2 terms. After that, 1 term, he served as the Prime Minister of Russia. Later, again, he got elected as the president for 1 term, which is 6 years, 2012 to 2018. And again, in the year 2018, he got re-elected. And again, now he is continuing the second term. So the second term comes to an end in the year 2024. But the president of Russia took a drastic decision and he wants to amend the constitution. Voting is also done and he got the majority. Now he is going to extend his term from now up to 2036. Up to the year 2036, he is going to be the president of Russia. Now, this person is, Vladimir Putin is 67 years old. From now onwards, he will be there for a period of 16 years as the president of Russia. So, how come these things will happen in a country? That shows the domination of few people in a particular country. Similarly, if you look at, China also, the president of China, Xi Jinping, will be the president for China for a lifetime. So as long as he is alive, he is going to continue as the president of China. And the same thing is happening even with respect to Russia. This is not possible in other countries where we call them democracies. If you look at United States of America, that is a democracy, oldest democracy in the world. Never it happened in United States of America, and we are the largest democratic country in the world, and it never happened in India too, and we can't expect this to happen in future also. But it happened in China and now it happened in Russia. Am I clear? Right? So please understand this one. Tomorrow there may be a question: which of the following country has amended the constitution to extend the term of the president up to the year 2036? Answer is Russia, right? And his name is Vladimir Putin. Please remember this. And another point is that for general examinations, general knowledge, India is the largest democratic country in the world. America is the oldest democratic country in the world. Please remember these points. Now, I would like to share the document and show you some questions. Let's have a discussion on that. Look at this. The International Day of Parliamentarism is observed on, right? So one of the very, very important points here. Answer is June 30th. June 30th is observed as the International Day of Parliamentarism. This is the day designated to celebrate the International Day of Parliamentarism. It is also the date in the year 1889 on which the Inter-Parliamentary Union, the global organization of parliaments, was established. Clear? Very, very, very important. And this is being celebrated on June 30th. Remember this. The Inter-Parliamentary Union was the first permanent forum for political multilateral negotiations, and it was established in the year 1889 with headquarters at Geneva. Very, 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 very important. So many points are being covered here, right? There may be a question: when Inter-Parliamentary Union was established, and where is the headquarters. Both are important for the examination point of view. And another very important point, please look at below the note. Althingi. Althingi is the name of the Iceland parliament. Right? Every country's parliament has got its own name. Like we call it parliament in India, and America calls it Congress. Right? And if you look at Russian parliament is called Duma. Like this, the name of the parliament may vary from one country to the other country. Similarly, the name of Iceland parliament is Althingi. Right? Why is this important? Look at this. Althingi, the Iceland parliament, which was founded in the year 930, right? 930, is world's oldest parliament. Very, 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 very important. So they may ask you in the examination, which of the following is the world's oldest parliament? Answer is Althingi. Or they may ask you, Althingi is the parliament of which country? Answer is Iceland. Am I clear? Now let's go ahead. Look at this. This is what I was telling you. Right? This is with respect to the Information Technology Act. So please remember, whatever the step that was taken by the government of India by banning 59 apps, this is just a beginning. Because if you look at China, China is planning for imperialism. Basically, this is an imperialistic attitude. It wants to try to, this encroach into other nations. And that is the reason why, if you look at today, more than 18 countries are the victims of China. So that is called the expansionist policy. Clear? And it worked in other places, but when it comes to India, it's not working. Because we have a very strong military now, and we have, we gave a befitting reply to Chinese army. Right? Even today also, the standoff is continuing. Right? And both the sides, we are engaged in talks on one side, but getting ready and geared up for any eventuality. Am I clear? And in order to stop that particular type of country, right? So you need to hit on its economy, right? And on the roots of this economy, and India began. Every country in the world was talking against China, and China is the sole reason for Wuhan virus. Whatever corona or COVID-19 we are facing now, the whole responsibility has to be taken by China, and China has to pay to the entire world. This is the demand from across the world. Every country is demanding the same. But China is not accepting for that. Clear? Just because there is a demand, it doesn't mean that China is going to pay. But under this, very sensitive situations, the behavior of China with respect to various countries surrounding it is, right? So it wants to go with the imperialism policy. It wants to go with the expansionist policy, and that is the reason why it is also trying to touch India. And if it tries to touch India, and if it wins, then what will happen in this particular Asian region? That can become the, a big brother. Right? So, but India gave a befitting reply. And along with that one, India very strategically banned apps from China. So that is going to give huge revenue loss to these Chinese companies. Fine. So that is not the end of the story. This is just beginning, and so many steps are going to be taken by the government, and various countries are also coming forward to this extended support to the countries that are being victimized in this particular region. And obviously the China has to face all these things. Fine. And as far as banning these 59 apps are concerned, what is the act that I am going to show it to you now? Kindly have a look at this. Look at this. Under which section of the Information Technology Act of 2000, Government of India banned 59 Chinese apps? 59 Chinese apps. Section 69A, Section 58, Section 89, Section 73B. So what should be the answer? Answer is option A, Section 69A. This is very much there in the news. Look at this. The central government has banned 59 mainly Chinese mobile applications such as TikTok, right? The apps like TikTok, and Halo, all these have been banned, and it has invoked its powers under Section 69A of IT Act of 2000 and provisions of the Information Technology Rules of 2009 to block such apps. And this particular section provides the central government to issue directions for blocking public access to any information through any computer resource, right? And this provision has relied on by government agencies in the past also to take down online content. This is not the first time. China may be saying crying foul, it may be crying foul, that's a different thing. But this is not the first time that India did. India just repeated its powers under this particular section of IT Act. And the grounds on which such a step can be taken are in the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India. Meaning, if whenever there is a threat to India's sovereignty and integrity, government has every power to take such decisions. And in the interest of defense of India, security of the nation, and to maintain friendly relations with foreign states, or public order, or for preventing incitement to the commission of any offence relating to above. Fine. So kindly remember, this is 69A under Information Act. Right? Next question. Which space agency is associated with the DART mission? DART. Right? I'll tell you what is this. But the answer is option A, that is NASA. Look at this. DART stands for Double Asteroid Redirection Test. This is a planned space probe that will demonstrate the kinetic effects of crashing an impactor spacecraft into an asteroid moon for planetary defense purposes. Right? And NASA recently named the moon of the near Earth asteroid Didymos of its DART mission. Look at this. And the target of DART mission is the moon and has been given the name Dimorphos. Please remember all these points and look at the last point. DART mission is a planetary defense driven test for preventing an impact of Earth by a hazardous asteroid by a kinetic impactor. Right? So tomorrow they may ask you what is the DART and you should be able to answer that. So thank you so much for being with me and I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Thank you.